Hey everyone, welcome back to TBM Sports. Let's get it. Let's talk baseball. Let's see if we still know how to do this thing. Tuesday, July 22nd, I'll give you guys my best bets. We will roll out 4 of them, okay? We'll mix in a couple totals, couple props, and one money line parlay that I do like quite a bit. So if you guys are watching this video, make sure you stick around to the end, and I do appreciate all the support you guys give me. And if you have not done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. These are completely free picks, guys, and all I ask in return is you put those thumbs up, and we cash some tickets, and you guys make sure that you watch each and every single day, because right now that's the only way to get the picks. All right, so we're gonna run the board, talk about kind of what we have going down in the MLB. Had some stuff over the weekend. Was out of town, a little travel, a little member guest tournament for all you golfers out there. So kind of where my focus was outside of the MLB realm. So it was nice taking some days off, and yeah, so we're back at it. We're ready to roll, and let's get into Outlier, which you guys all know is my preferred platform to break down the games and odds, find the best numbers available. If you aren't using Outlier, I do recommend you try the 7-day free trial down below. All right, I am an affiliate with them. Please keep that in mind, and make sure that when you do sign up, use my link. That's way you will get that 7-day free trial and cancel anytime. I'm seeing a lot of people sign up, so it is good to see kind of all you guys making that change. And when we get into the prop world for NFL, NBA, as well as kind of what we've seen here with baseball, truly invaluable, and I'll show you guys why here in a little bit. Okay, so let's get into it. The first game on the docket is one that we will have a play in as well, and all you guys that did have some action on the over last night between Baltimore and Cleveland, congrats. That's one that did pay off dividends, and I think that's what we're going to see today, okay, as we look at kind of what's happening at Progressive Field. The Jake, for all you nostalgia people out there, will kind of fall into that category for me personally, but we do look for Cleveland at home, all right, and this is where we look at last night's matchup and what we have going on today. I do see more output, okay, so a little bit more offensively in this game, and as we look at it, total set at 8.5, a little bit lower than I would think. I'd actually have this game at a 9, but factoring some weather and some wind, I should say, more so. Slight breeze coming in dead from center field. That's where we're going to kind of see this keep at a 8.5. One thing about the overs here, very profitable, 5 out of the last 10 for Baltimore and Cleveland. Surprisingly, after being kind of the laughing stock offensively in the MLB, one of the teams, I should say, they've won, or 7 of the last 10 games have been 9 runs or more, and they are on a 5 of 5 streak running. So let's not bet against a streak to end. Let's take that over 8.5 at almost even money there, minus 105. If you do want to give yourself a backdoor to a push, you could take a flat 8. Juiced up 8s are out there in the market, but for me, guys, the over is the play in Cleveland and Baltimore. Okay, so that'll be my first official play. Next one we're going to get into is Detroit and Pittsburgh. All right, we're going to roll right back into it, and we're going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to trust my man Casey Mize. Okay, he's been pitching outstanding. Also, Mitch Keller, I think he might be auditioning for a little bit of a relocation, if you will. So I do like this game going under the total of 8, sitting there at minus 110. You can see that on your board. You know, it's kind of where we look at the Detroit Tigers, okay? They've had 5 straight games that they have scored under 8. So that's kind of where they've had 7 runs or less in their last 5 games. Look for that streak to continue under Detroit, Pittsburgh. That is my play. And as we talk about kind of what we're seeing at PNC Park too, a little bit of a slight breeze in from center field as well. Nothing really too crazy. You really have to get over 6 miles per hour to kind of have any sort of relevancy. And of course, those numbers do shift also when you get into the 14 mile per hour and above. Okay, so that's kind of how I handicap wind and directionality when it comes down to those forecasts. Okay, San Diego and Miami. This is where we look into Kolek going against Edwin Cabrera, getting that start. I do like that young pitcher on the road for San Diego. The one thing I will tell you about the Padres here, as we look at kind of what they've been up to, all right, they've won 7 out of their last 10 games. This is a game where minus 105 for San Diego, a little fishy against the fish, I should say, but I still like San Diego a little bit in this spot. We'll trust them on the road. I'd lean San Diego, no official play. Cincy and Washington, we're going to see Chase Burns, okay? The fireballer is in action, and the way that these pitching rotations do shape up, it's kind of interesting. We do get the Burns, Mizorowski, and the Paul Skeens trifecta a little bit too often on the same day, so it is something we're going to talk about. He's going against Lord there for the Nats, and yeah, so Chase Burns, you got to look into the strikeout markets. I do think that this is one where I like the total in this game, albeit Burns is a great pitcher. I just think this is something where the Nationals, they've been hot. They've scored at least 9 runs in essentially 8 of their last 10 games. So that's been a strong play to the over. Since he's been a little bit sluggish there hitting the baseball, but I do think this one has potential to see a little total going over. Nothing really too crazy. I don't want to bet against Burns, and I do like his strikeout market quite a bit, but I think that the market has caught up to it, so I'm going to stay away from that one. Okay, next game that we are going to talk about, Boston and Philly. We're going to have another one here. We see the Philadelphia Phillies coming into the spot, almost a $2 favorite, all right, taking on the Red Sox at home. I do look for the Phillies to get this job done. The Red Sox, they went on a little bit of a tear there as they won a very, very hot streak. I think they won 10 in a row, and after that streak ended and concluded, they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. Philly's been kind of hot and cold, kind of a zigzag play out there in the market, but Christopher Sanchez, 3rd in the Cy Young race. We talk about NL Cy Young odds, and I do like him quite a bit. He's been pitching absolutely phenomenal, and that's what we're going to kind of lean to as we look at the prop market here. We're going to look into kind of the last 10 games that he's had in strikeouts. Over 6.5 at plus money, that's very attractive, although it did not cash. One thing about Boston is very high strikeout rate, okay? So keep that in mind. If you do like strikeouts for Christopher Sanchez, I would try to find a flat 6 out there if you can. If you are looking to maybe combine Phillies winning with strikeouts for Sanchez, 6+, that's a kind of a same game parlay opportunity, but we're going to have an official play here just on the outs. We're going to go right back to the well. Going over 18.5 outs at plus 135. That's some great value, okay, especially in a prop that has cashed in 6 of his last 7 starts. I just definitely like this one a lot, so that one made my card as an official play. We're going to roll with Christopher Sanchez, all right, outs going over the total of 18.5 at plus 135, all right. Back into the board, Yankees and Blue Jays. We get the Schlittler, okay, going against Max Scherzer. This is one where I think that the Yankees, and for all intents and purposes, I do see this one being a little bit more higher scoring. The Blue Jays, they've been hitting the baseball well. The Yankees seemingly have found some offensively, or some grooves offensively, and I think this is where the Yankees do shine. I like the Yankees here plus 115 going against Scherzer. That's where I stack up. That would be my official play if I was going to get involved. I think we get some good value on that, but that's no official play. That's just kind of how I feel about the Bronx Bombers. They're traveling up north to take on the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, Angels and Mets next game as Hendricks is taking on Montas for the Metropolitans, and the Mets have been kind of a hard team to handicap. The one thing I'll tell you guys is that if you do like Pete Alonso, I think this is a great opportunity for Alonso in this spot going against Hendricks in that righty. Also, you can see this total set at 9.5. Now, interesting thing about this game is the totals for the Angels. Okay, they have scored 10 runs or more in 9 of their last 10 games. The Mets have a great plus matchup, and this is a lot of runs. But if you were going to ask me, as we look at kind of what we have going on at City, want to talk about this game. The wind is 8 miles per hour, dead to left field, nothing really going out. But I still think this is something where I think Alonso gets this one done offensively. I think his prop market is live, and I do like the total going over the 9.5 runs. That would be my lean in this game. All right, San Francisco and the Braves, that'll be our next one to talk about as we look at kind of who we have going. We have Logan Ropp going against Daniel for the Braves. Now, the Braves, this young pitcher, 1.8 ERA. He does not have an official decision, okay? And he's not that young. He's 28, so please keep that in mind. And as we look at kind of what he's done, he's going to give you about 4 or 5 innings of work tops. I think that he does have a very good chance to keep this one a little bit, keep the door shut a little bit. One thing I do kind of lend towards is maybe the Braves on the first 5. But outside of that, you know, I'm not going to get involved too much in this game. I think that the Braves, looking at this game coming into it, they're a better team right now than the Giants. The Giants have dropped 6 straight games. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games and 7 of their last 10. So I think the Giants are very cold right now, and I think that they're going to look at the Braves game on the road. I know we have a potential for more run output as we look at kind of what's going on at Truist. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. Okay, wind's blowing out. I think this one does set up for a Potential Braves knockout punch. I do feel like that's something where we would lean towards the Braves kind of winning this one and outslugging the Giants. I think that's kind of what the numbers set up to be. But if you were going to ask me for my best bet, I would probably go Braves first 5 in this spot. Okay. The White Sox and Tampa Bay. This is one where we look for Rasmussen going against a pitcher not to be named for the White Sox. This is one where I do like the Rays quite a bit. It's just unbettable at minus 220. And if you do like them on the run line, not too excited about that, but I will say that the Tampa Bay Rays at minus 110 is kind of where I lend towards. However, they have only covered the run line in 2 of their last 10 spots. So I'm going to stay away from this game. I just think there's a little bit too much variance. So this will be a pass for me. Okay. Royals and the Cubs. This one is one where I do like the Cubs, but at a minus 250 money line price there, we're going to find a way to get them involved in a money line parlay to get those odds close to even, if not plus money. And I'll share with you guys, it'll be the last game on the card that we will couple the Cubs handicap into that equation. So stick around to the end. All right. But we will go to the Athletics and Rangers next. This is one where we talk about kind of who we have going. You want to look at what we have. This is JT Ginn going against Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom, a little sneaky 9-2 on the season from an official decision standpoint, 2.32 ERA. I do like the Texas Rangers quite a bit in this spot. At minus 235, though, not that much. All right, and that's kind of where this will be a pass as well. I'm not going to get involved with deGrom props, strikeouts, outs. I just don't like it. The Athletics are very streaky. 42-60 on the year. I could see the Athletics kind of holding their own. Maybe a little sneaky Athletics team total going over if you do want to get involved in that market. That's a very strong plus money proposition, but for me and my money, this will be a stay away game, as I do think that the Rangers get it done, but I don't trust them offensively, as they've won 7 of their last 10. It's just something where they can lay a dud. Total set at 7.5 as well. I just think that we may get a little bit of a sneaky run output there for the Athletics. So that's kind of where I lean. Maybe one of my sharper plays of the day. Not necessarily a fade on deGrom, just maybe a backing of the Athletics offensively. Versus what we're seeing there in the market, as it will be lopsided in favor of Jacob deGrom. Okay. Cardinals and Rockies, another one where it does set up. We get Eric Fetty, the Rockies at home, looking for runs. Total set at 12. So as we look at this, it does kind of shift and give us a different way to approach this game. Not going to get involved. As you see, these teams have only scored 12 runs in 1 game out of their last 10. They are playing at Coors Field, so it does shift the handicap a little bit. But for me, guys, this is one where we stay away from both sides and the total. Just kind of one of those weird spots, coin flip games, cross it off your board. Not going to get involved with the Cardinals and Rockies today. That's just simply put, you got to kind of do process elimination. And this is one that just, quite frankly, doesn't even kind of register in terms of being bettable, if you will. Okay. And then the last 3 games we're going to talk about, the Houston Astros and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Okay. This is where we're going to look into the Astros taking on the Snakes. And the one thing I will tell you about this game, guys, is Framber Valdez has returned a little bit to form going against Ed Rodriguez. This is kind of where I look for the Astros minus 130. They've been on a little bit of a cold stretch, only winning 3 of their last 10 games. Houston also has covered that run line in their last 2. You can see the Astros here minus 1.5 at plus 135. That's kind of enticing for me personally, but also these Diamondbacks have won 4 of their last 5. They look to stay hot. We do have the potential for the Astros to kind of lay a dud, and I could see this one going under the total, being a little sneaky underplay. But for me and my money, guys, this is where you find the Astros minus 130 backing Framber Valdez or nothing. Okay. And I do have a shade at that plus 135 to the Astros on the run line, but no official play. The betting against the Arizona Diamondbacks, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's one of the teams that can explode on any given night. And also it's worth noting that the Astros kind of share that same sentiment. Okay. But as we look at their games, it's been kind of hot and cold. They do get a lot of run output, but for me, guys, this will be a pass as well. Now, the last 2, we will have a play in this one, Milwaukee and Seattle. I'm going to back Mizorowski, okay? Plus 110 for the Brew Crew. They've won 10 straight games, okay? This is kind of where I just look for a lower scoring affair, and I do like Seattle's bats, but I think that the Brewers here at plus 110, we do get some good value here, even on the first 5 if you do want to get involved. But going against Logan Gilbert and the Mariners, this is just a pure plus money value play. You get the better pitcher, you get them on the road, pitcher-friendly ballpark. Milwaukee's been very strong offensively. I just think this is one where we may see a little bit of a sneaky, like 4-run inning there for the Mariners that kind of screw us in that handicap. But I'm going to lay the plus 110 here with Milwaukee as an official play, okay? And that will be my 4th official bet as we get into the last one outside of that money line parlay. So those are my 4 official plays. I do want to share with you guys that last game on the docket, and this will be Minnesota and the Dodgers. As we look at kind of what we're seeing here, the Dodgers minus 220 favorites, total set at 8.5. As we do look for Simeon Woods, Richardson, and the Yamamoto matchup. I think this is where the Dodgers do exceedingly well. Okay, the Twins get a little interleague. Dodgers are at home. They're hitting the baseball, and I think that the unfamiliarity with Yamamoto and the Twins is going to set up for a nice Dodgers victory here, okay? And that's kind of where we're going to take that minus 220 money line price. We're going to put it alongside the Chicago Cubs as we do back the Matthew Boyd narrative. So we get 2 great pitchers, Boyd and Yamamoto. So give me Cubs Dodgers money line parlay. That will pay plus 102, and that will be my 5th bet outside of the 4 official plays that we did have in the market. Okay, so a little quick recap, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in. It's good to be back. Hope you all are doing well. Let's cash some tickets. I will do a quick recap right now, but first, make sure that if you haven't done so by now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. The 5 plays of the day. Okay, we're going to go over Cleveland, Baltimore 8.5, Detroit, Pittsburgh under 8. We're going to take the Christopher Sanchez outs, going over 18.5 at plus 135. Dodgers, Cubs, moneyline parlay, plus 102, and the Milwaukee Brewers at plus 110. We'll take them on the money line. All right, so appreciate you guys all tuning in. Let's get it. Let's get a little sweep here as we make our return. We've been very hot running in the MLB. I believe 12-3 in the last kind of few days that we have been doing videos. So let's look to regain the momentum and keep that streak alive and in the profitable direction. So those are my 5 best bets. Appreciate you guys all tuning in as always, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys all tomorrow. We're going to be rolling out some football content very shortly as we are just days away from training camp. So there's going to be a lot of stuff moving here on the channel, and I do want to thank all of my channel members for being very good supporters of TBM Sports. And like I said, guys, we'll see you all tomorrow. Good luck on your picks. Peace.